Hi, ladies. All right, let's see what I'm missing. Hello, Miss Beth and Tara, Aunt Charlotte. Okay, when are you going to go to Kansas City? Ooh, your road trip later this year. Oh, that would be so much fun. That would be so much fun for you guys to meet in person. I think that would be amazing. How is everybody? I'm sorry, I'm a little later than I planned. I was having a hair catastrophe. All right, we're going to turn this light on because otherwise it casts a shadow on my face. Hi, Jessica. I was just trying to whip my hair up in a bun and it like what? Got like little fountain things happening. It's like not staying. It's like got little. It's all good. We're just going to leave it. We are going to leave it. It has been a super busy evening. So we're supposed to get a ton of snow starting tonight at 8 o'clock, and we still had our Christmas lights out because it has been either super cold or then we have gotten some snow, and like we just haven't been able to get them down. And so I came home today, and even though it was drizzling out, we just had to get them down. So I got home from work, my husband and I got those all like taken down and all the cords wrapped up and all that kind of stuff. Hi! And, and then I was going to run and get gas for the snowblower to make sure that we have enough gas just in case. I needed to put gas in the car and go grab a couple of things from the grocery store for lunches and whatever for tomorrow, and then pick up dinner. And it just one thing after the other. We had some hens escape because the window wasn't locked. Just two of them. We put them right back in. But I had to help Kyle with the coop a little bit, and then the gas station pump wasn't working, and so like that was a whole thing, and it's all good. But I was just very busy from the time I got home until just a few minutes ago, and I finally was just like sitting for a few minutes, and then I went to get ready, and my bun was not playing nice. I was like, I need to go. So I apologize for being a few minutes late. The Arabia Steamboat Museum. But happy February. It is February. Like January just kind of disappeared, didn't it? It just vanished. It's gone. Goodbye. See you later. Which I'm kind of okay with. Because I actually feel I think I feel a little less pressure now that January is already over and I don't have all of my ducks in a row, that I'm a work in progress and it all didn't have to happen in January. I haven't figured out my whole planner situation. I'm still like learning and doing, and I haven't like figured out all my healthy eating and my exercise plan, and like, but I'm working on things and I'm making little baby steps. And so I'm like, you know what? I don't mind that it's February. I think a lot of the things are going to be just an ongoing throughout the year, not necessarily like got it all figured out in January. I don't know. I'm feeling a little bit more calm in the last, I don't know. It's weird because I still have my moments where I get super overwhelmed and stressed out, but I don't know. I'm trying to just take it nice and calm and just one day at a time. So are you guys excited that it's February? I love February because when I posted today on Instagram, like I've always loved pink and red together. I don't know if it's because my mom always like made cute little things for me that were pink and red, and that is what connects it. Like I can remember she took a basket and like decorated it with a cute little blanket in it that she put trim on, and she put little bows on it and put like a cute little stuffed animal in it. So it was like, it just was personalized. Like that's one thing I can specifically remember. And so she just used to do little things like that. So I think that's part of why I always like the whole pink and red together and always have, even though, pink has become my favorite color more and more over the years. But I've always liked pink and red together. So that's one of the reasons I love February, and that it's like all about love and friendship. And I know I'm so excited for you, Ladies Mary. I'm so excited. I so wish I could have joined you. It's just not in my I need to just fix my t-shirt. It's like bunching up. Sorry, ladies. It's just not in my, what do I want to say? It's just not in my world right now. It's just not. It's just not. But I hope you ladies have a fantastic time. I know you're going to, because it's a great group of ladies, and the Paper Doll House is like amazing. I'm definitely going to have another retreat there / girls weekend at some point. And I may have multiple, from the standpoint that, it's not like it all has to happen in this year. It'll be something where, it may kind of be an out there type of a thing of like just coordinating with ladies anytime that, a few are like, oh, you know what, I really want to go. And it could be 2 years from now, because it's just such an amazing place. And I want to just be there with as many of the ladies as possible. 1 month closer to spring. Yes, Beth. And I get that. Hi, Dashi. You coming to say hi? Okay, lay down. And then you can stay. Lay down. Lay down. I do understand that, because one of the things that tends to be difficult is the winter time often, like the cold weather, and if there's a lot of dreary weather and everything is just kind of dead and ugly, and we're stuck inside even more. So okay, Dashi, I love you, but your little tail. But so yes, I totally get that aspect too. Is sometimes I think sometimes March really drags, even more so just because like we're ready for spring, I feel like, but it just takes forever to get here. Let me peek, because we've had all different forecasts, like all different things. So let's look. Oh. So over 10 inches is possible. So yeah, it's kind of all over the place. Yeah, you guys are supposed to get some too. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, it's already set that I get to, see, we're supposed to get 2 rounds. Like, we're supposed to get some starting tonight, and then we're supposed to get more. So, like, my school already called it that tomorrow is an e-learning day. So I already know I don't have to go into work tomorrow. I will just do it remote. And so that's fantastic. Like, I'm super happy about that. So I just will open up my WebEx, and I will have my students check in. My day will be done early. So that's awesome. And then we don't know about Thursday, because they're going to obviously see how much snow we actually get, and then if that second round is as much. So I'm just excited that tomorrow is a snow day. Well, it's not a snow day per se, because obviously it's not like in the old days when you truly just got to stay home and do nothing. But I do get to stay home. I don't have to commute. I don't have to dress up at all. Like, I can be nice and comfy. I can be at my craft desk for the whole day. Yes, Mary, I'm sorry. You probably will be at school tomorrow. Right, Tara, wouldn't it be nice if you could work remote? I know. It is. There are certain things that are genuinely a luxury that it's like not everybody gets, and it's just hard. And Mary, yes, you probably will be at school tomorrow, because they don't close for just about any reason there. Mary and I used to work together. I left. She's still there. God bless her. I was kind of surprised that my school didn't do anything last week, on the one hand, because we have a fairly large population of students that walk. That sounded really strange. That walk. And the snow was coming, like, during, like, the commute and the walk for them on both Monday and Friday. It wasn't a ton of snow, and it wasn't like the end of the world on the one hand, but I know a lot of our kids, they didn't have snow boots and like snow gear, and the sidewalks aren't cleared. So a late start would have even been nice, but a lot of the sidewalks probably still wouldn't have been cleared because people don't necessarily have to clear them. And then Wednesday was so cold. But yeah. Thanks, Tara. I know, I'm excited. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those, it's just a treat, right? It's just a little bonus, just a little treat to know that, like, I don't have to go to work tomorrow. I mean, I do, but I don't. So, okay. Oh, and I saw somewhere, Aunt Charlotte, I think you said you put out your Valentine's decorations, and I meant to comment on it, and then I missed it. I think you said you put out your Valentine's decorations. Oh, and Lisa, your schools are already closed for the next 2 days. Awesome. Oh, okay, Aunt Charlotte, you put your Valentine's decor out today. I'm hoping to put mine out maybe some tomorrow. We'll see. I have a little bit of Christmas stuff left out. My craft room is such a disaster, y'all. I feel like it always is. I have a little bit of Christmas stuff that needs to get packed up that's on my dresser directly across from me. So that needs to get packed and put away. And then I could really, and I have like some winter stuff on our hut right now. But it's just a little bit. So I'm hoping to maybe work on that tomorrow too. I definitely would like to work on some of the cleaning in my craft room tomorrow. Like little bits of it while I'm at my desk. Available for my students. So we'll see. Because most of my students have like something continuing, and our classes are shortened tomorrow for remote. So and there's not a lot of engagement when they're remote. So if I can, like just be sorting some different things, or my drawers. So those of you that were, I think I talked about it last Tuesday as well, because I got some input from some of my membership ladies on a Zoom over the weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And so I think I talked about it Tuesday night. I did go ahead and order some more 12 by 12 clear drawers, and they arrived. They got here on Saturday. I think they got here Saturday. But I want to make sure that I am like taking some pictures or and even maybe filming the process to be able to share the whole organization and everything. So I haven't done anything with them yet, but I'd really like to do that. So I am using the 12 by 12 drawers for all of my color stuff that's sorted by color. I have little drawers currently, and I'm going to do a whole, like some photos and hopefully do some live, or, either live video or some reels or something so that I can show everybody what I'm doing. Hi, Sloan. Let's see. A scrap rack. Ooh, that sounds interesting. Hi, Julie. Dashy, I love you, but your little tail. If you would just lay down, I would be all good. But he wants to keep like swinging, and his tail is just going to be right there. Yeah, I'm going to hopefully really work towards getting my craft room organized much more long-term than I have in the past. I just was reading I watched a little video, and then I have a worksheet actually to go through that helps. There's two main types of clutter. There's clutter in motion and clutter in stasis. And this is big, especially for like ADHDers. So clutter in motion is like something that you either just recently used and like you're going to maybe use it again and it just hasn't made its way like to home again. So like one of the examples is like, a cup or a mug. So like maybe you had a drink and you finished it, but you accidentally or I mean, not accidentally, but like you left it on, your desk, that when you left your desk, you were carrying other stuff, or you were thinking you were going to be back to your desk and you weren't. And so there's an empty cup, sitting on your desk. That would be clutter in motion, because it's not like it's been there for a long time. Or even like certain things from like, okay, let's say my tape runner. Like, I like to keep it in my little bin, but at the same time, there's a million times where it just ends up still on the desk, even if I've cleaned up pieces from the project, because, I use it for so many different things, true projects and even little bits of things. So again, it would be something just clutter in motion. Clutter in stasis is stuff that you like has been there for any amount of time, longer than just clutter in motion. But it can be to the point where like it's been there for months. You're literally like, you've forgotten that it's even there. Not that, I mean, you can see it, but like you've forgotten that it's there. Like, you're not actively thinking like, oh, I need to put that away necessarily. You're like working around it, like walking around it or shifting stuff around it. So anywho, so just as I'm like working through more things with what I use, how to use the space in here, and my ADHD, and just learning all of these things, I am hoping to truly get my craft room to be much more functional, as well as less cluttered overall. So it's definitely going to be a work in progress, but I do feel like there's some pieces that are going to just be even better as I've started to like figure some things out. So I want to make sure I do as much along the way as I can, so everybody can, see it, follow along, maybe pick up some tips, tricks, see if it's something that they also like. So those drawers are here, and then I was purchasing some more of the bins that I'm going to use in the drawers from Target. So I'll be sharing all that. So I'm very excited about that. Because I know that having such a mess, gets in the way of the creativity. So I will share lots and lots of things as I go along with that. So I'm really excited to get to that, though. There was something else I thought I was going to say about that. I don't remember now. Oh, but yes, I want to try and get out. I want to try and put away the Christmas and get out at least a little bit of Valentine's, even if I don't do all my Valentine's stuff this year, even if I just do like my little dresser over here in the hutch, even if I don't do anything else this year, just so I can enjoy some of it. And I want to get out my Valentine's Day cart, because I've seen so many Valentine's Day like things being made already. Not that it's that far away, because there again, it's not like December. It's not like Christmas where it comes to the end of the month. It comes on the 14th. So I want to start doing some Valentine's Day stuff. But I also haven't let myself pull that out, because with the Pretty Little Studio stuff that arrived, Frosty Friends, I have been finalizing getting everybody's stuff together, making sure I have everything for everybody, so that those are going to be able to go in their boxes in the next day or two. That's actually the priority tomorrow, before I do any clutter stuff, is to finish making sure I have everything all lined up in everybody's little situational bags, and then get them in the boxes. And then my husband bought me a label printer. Instead of like using my full-size printer to print labels, he bought me a label printer for shipping labels yesterday, and it actually arrived today, so I'm super excited about that. So I'll share that too as I go. Oh, there you go, Julie. That's awesome. I just have some stuff really over on my hutch. Yesterday evening, I actually took down the Christmas stuff that was up here, other than my cocoa and my marshmallow. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually put them away with Christmas stuff, or if I'm just going to like find and up there. I didn't do the top, but I did these shelves, and I actually did, I just realized I have one thing behind me over there. And I did all of the stuff on the shelves, all my other shelves. So I feel good about that. But I still have, I have more more to go. Way more to go overall. I will let you know what I think. It's interesting because my husband actually was shipping off his old Xbox to have someone do something to it. I'm not even going to attempt to describe that because I don't even know. And so, he asked if I would, take care of printing the label for it and everything. I helped him pack it up. And so when I went with doing that, he's like, I had seen this great, deal on a label maker the other day. He's like, and I meant to ask you if you would like one. And I said, I know some ladies use it and it kind of would make sense just from not wasting like the ink on my regular printer and end up wasting paper because it's only a 4x6 and then you got to use everything. So he double checked and there was one that had pretty good reviews overall and was on sale on Amazon. And, we tried to check a little bit and like none of them are names that we've ever heard of. He's like, I don't know any of these. Like, these are not brands that we've heard of for anything else. So I will let you know about the one that I got and let you know if it's good. Of course, I know somewhere along the line I've seen some people with a cute pink one, but I couldn't find that in my quick searching. And, obviously I don't know if it's any good. And so I just went ahead and let him get the one that he had found because I have no idea. Like, I have no idea if even the pink one is any good. I don't know how much it is or anything like that. So yeah, I will definitely let you know. Trying to keep my train of thought. Because I want to share some project stuff with you. Maybe work on week 5 of my week in the life, maybe, or work on decorating in my memory planner. I don't know. Do a little something. So let's see. What else do I want to share with you guys before I switch my camera, though, and we do a little chit chat? So yes, I'm hoping to have all of the Winter Memories boxes shipped out at the latest by Friday. And the reason for that is partly the weather. Because I can absolutely easily have them ready tomorrow, at least, the majority of them, like if I run out of a little bit of time. But I just don't know how bad the weather is going to actually be over the course of tomorrow into then Thursday. Supposedly Thursday is supposed to be bad too, so I just may not be able to get them dropped off because I have been using UPS instead of USPS to ship a lot of my stuff more recently, and it's getting there faster for the same price. So yes, so that stuff's going to go out, and then I will officially do a kickoff for the Winter Memories, and we'll do a schedule and all that kind of stuff for the Winter Memories workshop. So super excited about that. There's 2 ladies who their Joy of Journaling is going with their Winter Memories. So I'm planning to do, and I'm going to post this, but I'm planning to do a kickoff next weekend for Joy of Journaling. Like let's talk about it. Let's look at what it's going to be like. Let's talk about different supplies. So whether you got the box from me, the Joy of Journaling box, or you didn't, it doesn't matter. And this is going to be just super fun journaling with some quotes as our prompts, using all of our cute stuff, not worrying about perfectionism, just worrying about just being creative, cutting things out, gluing things down, using your cute markers, adding some paint if you want to, gluing whatever. So that I'm planning to do a kickoff next weekend. And again, I'll do a whole post, make sure everybody's aware of it, and I'll record it so that people could watch the replay if needed to see kind of the details and as I show things and everything like that. So hi Ramona. So I'm very excited about that. I'm thinking. I have been sharing some. Oh yes, and Mary's is going out as well. I knew there was one other one. I have been sharing posts. Oh, hi, Miss Michelle. Probably Saturday for that, Miss Michelle. I'm thinking Saturday for it. But I could see, because I could do a poll too, to try and find a time that is best for as many ladies as possible. So I could possibly do that too, just to, because I could even technically do it like Friday evening, most likely, if that would be better than over the weekend. So, but probably Saturday. I've been doing my Zooms for ladies on Sundays, which has been really, really awesome. That is in the Pink Crafty Cottage membership, and it's just a necessity that I definitely have to have. Certain content has needed to be moved to a paid tier, and it has been really wonderful, though. I have actually had a Zoom every single Sunday for the last 3 weeks now, I think. And it's just really, really great to hang out and chit-chat and craft for 2 to 3 hours every weekend. It's just really filling up my cup. Yay, Julie, I'm so excited. That's awesome. Yes, I will post, though. I will definitely post and let everybody know. And I guess I will let everybody know. Sorry. Squirrel brain. I'm like, I keep having to remind myself, like, obviously it's Tuesday because I'm on my Twitch live, right? But because I don't have to go into work tomorrow, but I'm working tomorrow, like, it's kind of throwing me off, though, because my brain is kind of thinking, like, it's the week. I don't know. It's the weekend, but it's not, because I still have to. So I apologize. Sorry. I know, Beth. I am so sorry. And I won't necessarily, I will try to have, throughout, the year, I will try to have a variety of different times when some Zooms are. So they won't always be Sunday afternoon necessarily. Sometimes I'll probably do some Saturday afternoons. Sometimes I might do Saturday evening ones. Sometimes I might do some Friday night, pajama party ones. I will try to, for all different reasons, not always have it at just that one kind of time, because I know that's not necessarily great for everybody all the time either. But with that is what has been working for me currently, because Saturdays I've pretty much had at least one thing maybe on the calendar, and have just been then trying to work, because there's been so much stuff, just things around the house, and so I've then Sunday is kind of a reward for me too, because I get to sit and actually craft that whole time and not do anything else. So that's why it has been that way. Yay! I'm so excited. Okay, so, and then you guys have seen I have posted, and I'm going to keep posting and sharing about the retreat in July, because we do still have some spots. The planning committee and I have had we've had 2 meetings now. Oh my gosh, you guys, we've accomplished so much, and I'm super excited. And I'm going to open up a private group for that probably in the next week, even though it's not until July, because I want ladies to be able to really coordinate and connect. And actually, Miss Tara and I were talking yesterday and realizing something that from my previous experience with going to a retreat, and it would be great for ladies to even be able to possibly coordinate before they schedule their flights, so that, you can maybe work together to figure out, okay, well, I could take this flight or this flight, and okay, well, I could take this one or this one, and we're getting in at a closer time at the airport. And then, okay, a couple ladies, okay, well, we can all rent a car together, or okay, who's in the area or who's driving that might be willing to pick up at the airport, that we can just have a bit of networking taking place, because I would really love to see ladies not need to unnecessarily travel alone if they don't need to. I mean, I I love driving. It didn't bother me to drive that distance by myself, but it certainly would have been more fun if I had had some crafty ladies with me in the car. But two is the expense. I mean, I understand the retreat has a cost, and then if you're flying, especially, even if you're driving, there's a cost depending on how far you're coming. But your flight has a cost, and then the rental car has a cost. I mean, I went like inexpensive as I could with the rental car, and by the time I was done with like the rental car and the gas and the tolls, because there's tolls there, I was just around like 200 and some dollars just for the rental car. That's a lot of money. If that could be split between two people, or it could be split between four people, or if somebody can pick you up from the airport and get you back to the airport. Uber's not an option, people. Just so you know. Which I'm really glad that I was able to figure out by asking and having the ladies go, that's cute. Like, you're not going to get an Uber, especially not in Round Top, to get you back to the airport. Like, I maybe could have gotten one like at the airport. So yes, just realizing that some ladies might start getting their flights, if they see a good deal or they have an offer or something like that. So yeah, right. I know. I was like, I'll just get an Uber. Yeah, no, you won't. No, you won't. Not in Round Top. Not on a Sunday. So I'm going to go ahead and get a group opened up so that some of that communication can start happening, and hopefully, we can figure some ride situations or car sharing, that kind of stuff out. So just excited about that. I was posting on Instagram my junk journals. I took a little walk down memory lane. I know, I'm so excited. Because I wrote my first blog post. It's not up yet. I wrote my first blog post. And my son is doing like the editing to make sure it is formatted to a blog post, and he's, going to show me about that. So he did that. And he asked for some pictures. And so I was scrolling through like lots of old photos, because my first blog post is kind of a walk through my crafty journey. And so in doing that, that's where I posted some of the ones of like different ladies that have been a big influence. But then I also I've been just itching to make junk journals again. Like, it's been so long since I've made any, and I just love making them. And so then I was posting, and there's a lot of ladies who would really like to learn how to make them. So, oh yes, that's a good idea. Costco for sure, or Sam's Club, depending. And Southwest does fly in, because I took Southwest. Southwest does fly into Austin, and Southwest does have some great rates, nonstop flights. I actually happened to, for a while, I had a credit card that got me Southwest rewards, which was helpful to then put towards, flying if you're good with credit and like you use it for the good things that you're supposed to, and you pay it off. And not this girl. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Mary. Mary is the planner, budgeteer extraordinaire. And that's a compliment, Mary. Like 110%. So I am planning to launch probably in March, just looking at my calendar of things that I'm already working on and will be doing or getting out. So tentatively in March is when I'm going to do a junk journal workshop. And my goal with it, just give you guys the inside scoop, is that it would be paced out nicely. That it, as I've already just done an outline for myself, because of course it was all up here. So I just sat and, kind of what do I want to go over? Okay, how would I break that down? I'm learning, you guys. How would I break that down? And then what would that look like, spread out? And so I'm really thinking it would be multiple weeks. because I also feel like that would be more enjoyable to be able to, like, I would start with like all the supplies just to give you an idea, and then we wouldn't actually start building it for a good week, because I think that would help give ladies time to truly like go through their supplies slash order some supplies if they were going to order some online, or even go hit a couple of the, the local things that I'll, mention that they could maybe go and pick some things up. And or I may even offer some very like basic kind of just kits for ladies who really just want like kind of a little hub of stuff so that they don't have to go all over and do all these things. And then we'd break it down so that it would be, I just feel like it would be more enjoyable than if it was like a crash course workshop that was like a couple hours long or just a weekend. I'd still record everything. But I just feel like it would be nice to like, and then you'd also have the week to like work on whatever we had learned before we, went into something new. So that's my plan. So I just wanted to let you ladies know, because I know that there was really a lot of interest, and I get it, because it's making junk journals is really enjoyable, but it's very overwhelming to start. I didn't start until I had taken the class that I took during Camp Wanna Craft, and once I took it and got that basic idea, and then I just started making them, and they evolved and they grew and they changed, and I found my style. They're really enjoyable to make. So, I had so much fun. So the first time I went to the Paper Doll House was with Mary's group. I was so happily included and got to go. And I actually gave them just a little tutorial of how to make a junk journal. And then Mary made an adorable one documenting her puppy. And then you made one for one of our I don't work there anymore, but one of our colleagues who was retiring. So they're just a lot of fun to make, whether you want to make one to document stuff of your own, or you want to make them and give them as gifts for people. It's a lot of fun. So, so just to keep that on your radar, my goal is probably to do it, at least start it in March. It might even extend into April, depending on when I would start it, because the Winter Memories workshop is going to, at this point, run into the beginning of March. And so I just don't want to don't want to overlap too much stuff. Joy of Journaling is going to start. Winter Memories workshop is going to be running. So I think it would be good to set it back just a little bit, is my thought. So I think that's everything at the moment. All the things. There's lots and lots of things that I want to keep doing in the future for Pink Crafty Cottage. Like, if this year looks a little bit different to you ladies, because last year, of course, I like gave every month a theme and kind of tried to do some things, and I took a step back from that because I really want the focus more to be on the projects we're all working on anyway. 52 Weeks of Me, weekly memory keeping, or weekly documenting, or memory planning, or journaling, whether it's Joy of Journaling or other journaling, and some of us are doing, some are doing scripture writing or Bible journaling, or and our planners, and I'm sure I'm forgetting some things, but like at 10 on 10, like there's lots of different projects. And so my focus really is that I want us all to be able to be, working on those things and encouraging each other and supporting each other and loving the crafting that we're doing. And then have some things that are very thought out that are more project based. So, Winter Memories has a theme, but it's not a themed event. It's a themed project. And so I do foresee doing maybe some other similar to do some memory keeping, for maybe some other kind of a themed project more, for things that maybe we want to document. So I do have some thoughts on that in the future. I'm really interested to see how Joy of Journaling goes, and if that just is something that we all are loving and blossoming, and we want to continue with that. And so I have ideas for themes and future kits for that, of some different fun things. So there are things. I'm just pacing it out differently. So I really plan to be more of a presence of just doing lives, showing you how to do things, encouraging you, and having, lots and lots of, lives/Zooms for us to spend the time together. So hopefully that excites everybody. Hopefully. All right. So we can obviously still keep talking. Thank you, Tara. I think that's why I'm genuinely doing much better this year, is because it's like my brain still has lots and lots of ideas, and there's still lots and lots of things I want to do, but I'm also realizing they don't all have to be done in the first year or the second year of Pink Crafty Cottage. They can be done at different times. They can be done, in 2023, 2024. And there's a better chance that that more can happen, and there's sustainability for Pink Crafty Cottage if I simplify, and then when I put something out there for us, it's more well planned out and organized and purposeful. So look at me, big girl. Oh, really? She wouldn't take on any more people? Okay. Yeah. And you know what, Beth, what I actually meant to do before now, and I didn't, is I was going to actually share all of the prompts in Mighty Networks in the 52 Weeks of Me topic. So I will share them. I will, depending, I can forward you the email, but I was going to start putting them in there, even just for anybody's benefit, that then they're just in that one spot, so that you're not having to maybe go find them in your emails, or even if you've created a folder in your email, it still is another place you have to go. So I was going to do that in Mighty Networks, because again, it's something, it's free. It's free, so it's not like I'm, you know what I mean? And she already knows that I'm supporting her and the project and everything else. So just in case anyone was wondering, or anyone that doesn't know me very well that might be watching or watching the replay, I had meant to put them in there just for the sake of everybody's benefit. So I'm just writing myself a note because, okay. Yeah, I know how messy our emails can get, or even just the fact of just that having to jump and do it, even if you've got it in a separate folder, it's then you've got to jump and what week am I on? And so I think I just made it a topic. So I may need to, this is more than you guys maybe care, but I may end up switching it up then tomorrow and turning it into I may make it a virtual event, just because then I could have topics. I was kind of trying to keep it just real simple, but I might do that. I might turn it into a virtual event, so then I can break it down into topics, and there could be a place for just the weekly prompts, and then people could even, I don't know. But anyway, I will share them in there. Yes, Tara, I actually talked to Cindy yesterday on my, for a little bit, just to call her and see how she was doing. And I know that then, Sloan and I both, heard from her today. I don't know, Sloan, I don't know. Don't want to speak for you. I don't know if you talked to her. She did just text me, today, just to kind of fill me in on her, her appointment. So she did go to her appointment, and so she does have some plans in place for taking care of her back. And I'm going to leave it at that, only because I'd have to read it verbatim. And I don't know. I mean, I know that she knows that you guys care about her, and she would probably have no problem, sharing, but obviously I don't need to read her whole medical history to you on the live. But, she is hanging in there. Yes, her back is bad, but she's hanging in there. And she knows that we love her. she does. I was, in case she's listening, no. I was thinking of maybe putting together like a care package for her or something though. So, ooh, and Sloan, you're gonna be there. Oh, but are you flying to her, Sloan, or are you driving? Because I don't want to send anything to you that then you have to pack to take to her if I just send it directly to her. Okay, well, anywho. Okay, so I want to show you one or two things, and then maybe, what time is it? Maybe we'll do 52 weeks of me? I don't know. You guys can tell me. You can tell me. All right, so let me, I have so much stuff on my desk. You are flying. Okay, so then maybe it would be better if I just send it to her. But we can chat, because I think it would be really awesome to send her a little, some little just things to cheer her up, would be my thought. All right, so I'm going to add my desk cam, which also means that I'm going to shrink myself because I have to ask my husband to help me with my, oh, my face disappeared. I'm gone. I need to ask him to help me change out. Oh, see, I touch it and then it wants to fall. I should have just left it alone. Okay, you can see all my mess because I didn't actually clean my desk. Let's just push stuff over a little bit. Okay, well, we'll just make it a little prettier. So those of you that were part of the Reset Girl community may remember her Harmony Retreat. I didn't really do the Harmony Retreat. I signed up for the Harmony Retreat, and yes, and it's very interesting actually, because this notebook for the Harmony Retreat is what I sat and worked on my first time at the Paper Doll House when I was there with you, Mary. I have put together the Valentine's Day boxes that I was shipping out because I was part of a swap that year and had decided to send all of the ladies the little Valentine's boxes like filled with just some little things. So I sat there and made all of those and then shipped them off when I got home. But the other thing I sat and did was I was putting together my Harmony Retreat notebook. This was the first time I ever did anything in a notebook. So I've hung on to this because I really was loving how it turned out. So I, I didn't really take enough time with the actual retreat, but I liked the concept and I loved what I was doing with my notebook. So yeah, there's my cover. This is a fringe. It's a fringe notebook. That's upside down. It's a fringe notebook, that you can grab at like Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, whatever, color. This one happens to be pink and has rose gold spirals. So that's the cover. And then I had just loved all the things I was doing inside. And I was just getting into adding trim to things. Oh, did you, Beth? Okay. I was just adding trim to things because, so I have this notebook and I've just been hanging on to it. So all I did was decorate a few of the first pages using all her setup stuff, right? And oh, did you, Tara? That's so awesome. It's so funny. I wonder how many of we probably we're all in many of different lives and things like that together, but don't necessarily because we didn't see faces and things. It was just don't necessarily even know that we were all hanging out together. So I really loved how this notebook was turning out. So I just added this the other day. This was one of the other dividers and I hadn't put it in yet because I was she had done it sectioned out. So I decided though, my word for the year is rhythm. And so I'm going to make a few changes to this, not drastically. I want to find I know I have stuff printed still from the Harmony Retreat, so I'm going to look for my printables, or I know I still have the printables so I could print certain things if I need to. And I'm going to just make some small changes. I'm going to cover up, this is 2020, so I'll probably cover that up. and change out, like, this is the calendar of events. So like, I'm just going to add something over top of that, since that's not, something I'm going to be doing. And there was one other thing. Oh yeah, the retreat guide and like this. Like, I was just going to cover them with some other cute things. So, because I'm spending a lot of time learning new things or working on things, and I like to take notes, this is going to be like my similar kind of concept, and I'm going to take my notes in here. And I'm going to use, I have tons and tons of Reset Girl stickers still, like like partially I've used some, or I haven't used from different collections and things, because I got all of her physical products. I have all of her printed stuff too. But I'm also thinking about using, I totally get that, Tara. I mean, I was usually in the chats, but it depended, because if I was watching, I would be in the chat. If it was once we got to like crafting, if I was crafting, oh, good night, Mary. Drive safe tomorrow. Love you, love you, love you. Drive safe. Be careful. And we will talk soon. Very soon. I'm so glad you joined. If I was working on something though, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily chit chat, because you were, it's different than, I love you, Dashi. It's different than a Zoom where you could just be talking even, and her at a certain point, she had so many people, which is great. But yeah, it's even a little bit more intimidating sometimes. So I'm going to use this for like my note taking. I haven't decided if I'm going to break it down with tabs. The only thing I might do is like put a tab on like a page to let me know like what that particular, or like where I start something. And then if I'm done taking notes on whatever that particular video is or topic is, then when I start like truly a new section of something, I might then add a tab, as opposed to like constricting myself that then if I end up, needing more pages or whatever. But I have been hanging on to this physical collection that she did that was like her last one. I don't know if you guys got this one. And I have been hanging on to it. This was her like reset your goals, when she actually like went through a different like company. Because if you guys remember, and it's just a fact, and I totally get it, because I've already seen how I've done things with Pink Crafty Cottage. This particular kit we were going to actually do something with, weren't we, Sloan? I was 99% sure that like this was going to go with a specific project that never happened. So I kept hanging on to it, but it's super cute. And I just am tired of hanging on to it. Like, not in a bad way, but like I'm tired of like just hanging on to it. I feel like I just need to bust it open and use it. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to use it in here. And what I'm actually going to do, is I'm going to set it up in one of my, I moved them too far away. One of my organizers that I bought from Nana Pazlov, because they're so cute. So like I'm going to take the stuff out of the packages and put the stickers in there, and like put the tabs in the little clear pocket, and keep the little stamp in there. I just know that, it was one of those things where it was supposed to go with a project, and then it got pushed off, and then it was going to maybe be something else, and then Tara, I have that too. That's actually one of the other things. Did I move it far away? I probably moved it far away. I think I showed it to you guys. Did I show it to you last week? Or did I just have that out and not show you? Oh, I did. I showed you guys last week. I have my A5 planner that has all that Reset Girl Simple Stories stuff in it. And there again, I set it up and I never used it. And I have to tell you, one thing that I loved her community, for sure. But I also loved her style of of her printables and her concepts, like when we were doing things. And it brings me a ton of joy to use her stuff, to use this stuff. And I have a lot of it left, like, so I can, yeah. So I want to use them. And in some respects, you guys know, I'm not a designer. I'm not an illustrator. So, creating like this kind of stuff, I may never be there. And I'm definitely not there anytime soon. But I will say that it was also inspiring me when I was looking at this again and looking at my A5 and going, I could really see finding ways to incorporate things like this with certain things in the Pink Crafty Cottage, just because it brings me a lot of joy to have that kind of thing, and not a crafty playbook. That I think that's a fantastic concept that she came up with, and it's a great thing for a lot of ladies for their crafting. But that was like another project. I more mean something that like would go along with things, that would go along with other projects we were already doing, or like I just could see this at some point also being something that I love. Again, not copying her, but so I'm going to use the things because I love the things. And I have, so just to give you an idea, I don't know if total fangirling. Do you guys, she had these bags, these Carolina Gardener bags. They're technically like, I forget what they refer to them as. They're huge pouches, like huge pouches. And Corey loved hers. This is all, okay. Let's just show you this, right? Okay, this is all like the leftovers from physical, because I would get her Lister's Got a List kits that she used to do, physical product. Is that the only ones that she did as physical product? Well, I bought a couple of different, like, just sticker collections, but then she did Lister's Got a List collections. So this is like all of the quote-unquote leftovers. And I just love it. And so I'm going to get back in the habit of using it for, like, my notebook. Then, my dirty little secret. No, I'm kidding. As I fall out of my chair. That, although I have a box with the 12 by 12 papers as well, but this is all of the, as I throw it around. Yeah, this is the Reset Girl Simple Stories collection, which some of it they had, for a while they carried some of it at Hobby Lobby, and they clearanced it. Oh, I have all of the printables as well, Beth. All of them. All of them. Which there are parts of me where I wonder if at, certain point, like if I really look at something and go, oh my gosh, that would be really awesome to use for such and such project, or to use for this, like if she would offer it, for like ladies just in the Pink Crafty Cottage to like purchase a collection, because like she removed them from her website. I have considered that, So yeah, so I have all that stuff too. So now with that being said, when it comes to like the A5 planner especially, if I really just figure out how I'm going to use it as like keeping resources or different things, that might be something where I walk through with you guys and we could still set one up even if you don't have Reset Girl style stuff, because you could still make dividers and and decorate and use a different collection or something like that. Use something else you have on hand, and maybe we like encourage each other to again use it for our creative outlet. So So that's that. I'm almost done with, so I finished week 3. I don't know why this is backwards. It's so weird. I'm done with I'm not quite done with week 4. So I did I hate that it has such a glare. Week 4 is done except for 2 things. One, I need a photo, which, so my son Kyle's gonna take a couple of candids of me at my crafty desk tomorrow. We were gonna do it tonight, but then since I'm home tomorrow, we can hopefully have some actual like daylight. So we went to take a couple of candids of me at my desk to use with my first blog post. So hopefully my blog post will be up later this week and I can share it with you guys, and then be ready because I am going to be posting on my blog at least, well, my goal is to post hopefully at least every other week. I have just a lot of things like that I really, really want to share that it's not always easy to share like on an Instagram post, just going a little bit deeper and just sharing like the why behind things or like the journey of things. And so I'm really excited about that outlet. So I'm going to use one of those photos for in here so it's as current as possible, because I do have 1 or 2 like candids of me at my desk, but they're almost a year old. Otherwise, everything else is like a true like just selfie of me that I happen to be sitting here, or I've taken photos of like outwards this way. So I do need that. And when I was looking back at her prompt for week 4, I'm going to do some journaling, but I'm just going to tuck it behind my 4x6 photo because I'm going to use a 4x6 card because I want to talk about the evolution of my craft room. Because I used to just have my things on the landing of our basement stairs at our townhouse, and I would have to like bring my stuff out, sit at the kitchen table or pop up the card table. And then I had like a nook, and that, so I do want to do some of that journaling because I saw part of her prompt in there. So, but I could start pulling some things and working on week number 5 if we want. Let's look at the prompt. Whoops. Let me find my prompt. Okay. Books and magazines. Okay. Books and... That's awesome, Aunt Charlotte. You started your sewing journey on a card table. I love that. Good night, Miss Michelle. Have a great night. So, I just went through. Okay. Can y'all bear with me for just a second? I'm going to go grab. I just went through a bunch of my Project Life cards at work today. I did it on my lunch because I like to bring something to like do with my hands while I have my downtime, so that I'm not just like, staring on the computer. I like to give myself a break. And so I brought some Project Life cards that I wanted to sort through that had kind of gotten jumbled, and I was pretty sure that like some of them I wanted to use and some were then the extras. So anyway, and I have the whole chunk in there of book ones. So Dash is apparently going to entertain you. I'm going to walk over and grab that, and I will be right back. And then we can work on week 5 for like 20, 25 minutes before I go. you entertaining everybody? Huh? Because there's I have a whole set of book ones. Hi, Janaea. How are you? I'm so glad to see you. Oh, did they get mixed in? Let me see real quick. I have a whole set of book themed ones, because, yes. See, this is so perfect that I went into my craft closet last night, and this was like a spill, and so I was like, that's it. I'm just going to take these cards, and I'm going to sort through them. And I'm so glad I did, because these are all book-related ones. So I used to subscribe to the Ellie Studio monthly, must have been like the monthly documentaries. It was before they changed. I think it was before they changed it to what it is now. Because I used to get themed ones. So like I had like one that was about working, and I have this one that's about books, and I had a couple. Because I used to subscribe to their stuff. Okay, Dashy, now you have to move. I love you, but I'm going to do some crafting. So I'm so glad I went through these last night. This is perfect. Because, like, this is a little open book. This is currently reading, and then it says favorite part of the story. Book review. I love Ellie Studio stuff. I love books. I need to look at their stuff again. Look at how cute these are. These are perfect. I'm so glad that I went through these. Oh my goodness gracious. Because these are perfect. 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 Okay, I'm sorry. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I just need to round the corners. Just totally fine. Not a problem. I need a week 5 card. I think I have stamps too. Okay, I'll have to check for that. Are you guys reading any books right now? Let's chat about books. Are you? And of course, Mary left. Mary is a librarian at that school I used to work at. So she is an avid reader, and now she's gone. Are you guys reading anything right now? I am reading Brene Brown's newest book, Atlas of the Heart? Oh gosh. What is her most current one? Sloan, I understand. I do understand. Oh my gosh, what is the book that I'm reading? I love Brene Brown. If you guys do not follow Brene Brown, if you have not watched her if you have not watched her Netflix special, it's amazing. She talks about vulnerability. Yes, Atlas of the Heart is what I'm reading right now. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I have read Rising Strong by her is really good. There's a bunch. I want to read like all of her. She also has, I understand. She also has a podcast. So that's really great too. She has a podcast that I want to start making sure I listen to consistently. I remember that song, so I totally understand. I absolutely understand. I used to read all of the time, and I don't read as much as I used to. And I was really struggling because I still wanted books. I wanted books. I wanted nothing to do with the Kindle, anything like that. And then my husband was getting a new one, like, again, because, like, he is an avid reader, reads reads every night. He's always been an avid reader. And so he was getting a new, updating his. And so, I was like, let me try again, because just the lighting in our room, and I haven't, I haven't bought like a lampside. I don't like to hang out in my bedroom. It's just not my thing. We don't have a TV in there anymore. We used to have a TV before we renovated, and we've never put a TV in this bedroom. It's just not me. So I don't hang out in there, like, just about ever to do anything other than, like, read a little bit before bed and go to bed. Or if I'm really sick, like, maybe take a nap in there. For 9 times out of 10, I take my nap on the couch. So anywho, so I wasn't looking for, like, lampside tables or anything. And then I kept thinking, I need to get, like, a light, like a book light. And of course, it's one of those things where I just never get around to doing it. And so I was like, let me try your Kindle. Like, let me just see. It makes such a difference. It makes reading before bed so much better at this point for all of those different reasons. So I did start reading again. I don't read every night, though, and I don't read for very long necessarily, but it does help clear my brain sometimes too. So that's awesome that you're baking all of the time. I was actually, I don't bake enough, and I was thinking, you know what, maybe tomorrow I will, total ADHD brain, like, I get to work from home tomorrow. I suddenly think I'm going to get like 6 months worth of stuff done. But I was thinking that I should bake something tomorrow. It's going to be a snow day, and it'd be really nice to have like some fresh cookies in the house or something like that. So I do want to maybe do that when I'm done. That would be when I'm done with my work day. Unless I do it, maybe I could do it. I could do it on my WebEx while I have my culinary kids tomorrow. They wouldn't care. They're going to literally, like, log in, roll over, and go back to sleep. It's just how it goes. I know, right? Bread and books. So, Aunt Charlotte, are you reading anything now? And if so, what are you reading? See, I am reading Brene Brown, Atlas of the Heart. And it's not like a... it's a nonfiction. Like, so it's not like a romance novel or anything like that. She's talking about, she's going through like the different words and how we use them and how it helps us connect with other people. It's really very interesting. I almost have too many cards. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to narrow down, even though I'm corner rounding all of these. Oh, and magazine, though. I have the new Retro Hip. I'm going to have to document that in here because that would just be perfect. Julie, that's so sweet, and I totally know what you mean. But it's also like, I'm sorry, I can only read at the beach. I know that's not you at all, but it totally, like, could be someone else, like, I'm sorry, I only read at the beach. I only read on my Kindle. I'm just kidding. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm a little slap happy because, again, I'm like, I'm sorry. Some of you are probably like, shut up, Mandy. We don't care that you don't have to get up and go into the office tomorrow. We do. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I really am. It is really soothing to just sit here and just hole punch this and be like, da-da-da. Like, sometimes I think we need those little things when we craft too, though. Like, we need to just sort through our ephemera or sort through cards, or, sit and go ahead and like fussy cut something out, or corner round something, or just, you know? No, I totally get it, Julie. And it's so interesting because I was thinking about this. I think I was, okay, I'm sorry. I had to figure out when it was. Beth, you're so cute. I work remote all the time. I'm sorry. I only work remote. So Julie's, I only read at the beach. And Beth is, I only work remote. I'm just kidding, ladies. No, it was actually last evening so I came straight home, grabbed Emily, dropped her off at work, came back home, and Ken had to go to baseball. And so I actually had the house to myself for a little while. Crazy. Oh, I'm glad I'm cracking you up, Tara. Hopefully I'm not offending anybody. Somebody new is going to watch the replay and be like, who's this snot? Why do people want to hang out with her? And so it was a very different situation for me because usually, because Ken works from home, so he's already home when I get home, and so I usually like get home and it's like I'm checking in, checking in sounds bad, but like I'll see how he's doing, like, stop down his office, see him, depending if Kyle's home or Emily's home, I'm catching up with them, and it's like I'm changing clothes and it was just a total, I don't know, is it a meme? I was just making it up, but it might be. It was just so different that, I was able to like then just come into the house, after like getting back, and he took the car and to go to baseball, and I don't know if I said that, and I changed my clothes, and I did vacuum because like I needed to vacuum, so like I vacuumed, but it was not like stressful because it was like I went ahead and vacuumed, and then I got done with that, and was like starting to take down Christmas stuff, and and of course was like I'm gonna do all these things because I had 2 hours to myself, and I was reminiscing though about how it felt, and then thinking about how much things have changed in the last like even more than 2 years, like because pre-pandemic stuff, but like just realizing like how much my lifestyle has changed. And how like busy I am, or how little time I have where it's like just me. And yeah, I used to do a ton of reading. I used to read, I would read like in the middle of the day instead of watching TV when the kids were little, oftentimes. And even like at our lake house, like we used to sit, my husband and I and his parents, like if the kids were napping or like if they weren't in the water, we'd all be reading books. We would all just sit there and like we would read. We would talk at different times too, but like we would sit and read, and I'm like, I don't do that anymore. Like we used to sit up at the lake and read, and we've gotten a little bit back into the habit of it, but then you get to the point where, well, for a while too, we were then like when we didn't live with his parents, like then we were truly visiting, and like then at that, then once like his brother got married and like that we would be visiting with them, so obviously there's reasons for it, but yeah, I used to read all the time, and now I'm lucky if I read for like 10 or 15 minutes before bed. So, I totally get it. So for me, I only read when I'm in bed. That doesn't sound as good as I only read when I'm on the beach. Oh my goodness. Oops. Okay. I gotta pay a little bit more attention there. I'm just so excited that I went through these cards last night, you guys, because I would have completely forgotten about these, or I would have gone, oh yeah, do I still have those? And then not been able to remember where the heck they were. So I'm really glad I went through them. And I will be going through all of my Project Life cards soon-ish. Because then I have them separated by color already if they're not themed ones like these. And I do need to thin down because I have too many still. Because then they'll sit on top of the drawers that I purchased to put all of my things sorted by color. Then I'm going to put my Project Life cards by color on top of, so there's 3 drawers. So I'll put the Project Life cards by color sorted on the top so that they're all in one place, because that will help me too when I'm doing projects. At least I think it will. At least I think that it will. Oh my goodness. I'm definitely going to use this as my title card that I use. Good night, Beth. Have a safe commute tomorrow morning. Oh, I'm so glad you were here, though. Good night. I will probably, even though I don't have to commute, I will probably be signing off in a couple of minutes, because I do like to give myself a little downtime before I go to bed. Because even when I'm if it's been an exhausting day and I'm exhausted, I still need to come down a little bit from the live. So, yes, Janae, and I remember those, and I should preface that this was once my kids were in preschool and elementary school, and I was still a stay-at-home mom. And I've gone through so many different seasons, or different seasons as well. Like when we lived in our townhouse, it was only so big. I didn't have nearly the amount of stuff that I have in any way, shape, or form. Clothes, knickknacks, purses, decor, scrapbooking stuff, craft stuff, any of that. So that keeping the house clean was super easy. I didn't spend as much time crafting. It was also before social media, relatively speaking. Facebook existed at whatever point, but it just wasn't, what it is now. So, I mean, I would watch my soap opera and maybe watch Oprah. And then in the evenings, if it was baseball season, I might watch, a show or something. Otherwise I would read. So yeah, it was just, it was a different time. It wasn't necessarily when they were a baby, or even toddlers. So absolutely enjoy this season, because it goes really fast, and you will have time little by little as they get a little bit older where you can be reading while they're doing something, or they've got, they go to bed at such and such time, and you have a couple of hours then before you go to bed. You'll have some time to craft or to read a little bit, or so. Yes, just enjoy it 100%. 100% enjoy it. All right, so I know for sure I'm going to use this as my title card to put the title and the dates. And then I'm going to make sure I can see the back. So this is going to maybe be a multi-page layout for sure. And I'm okay with that, because I will have some fun with it. So that's going to go there. And then I might do that. Oh, this is kind of cute if I did this book belongs to. That's kind of cute. But this is also kind of cute. Oh, but that would be cute with that next to it. That would be kind of cute next to each other. That's cute. I have too many options. Oh my goodness, you guys. Now I just have too many possibilities. Well, if I did this here and I did that on the back, that might be kind of cute. And then I'm gonna have to play around with this. So I also have this that says currently reading, but that would be cute like over on the other one, I think, along with like the reading list. Oh my gosh. They should be the most important thing, and yes, it does. It goes super fast. It really does. Oh my gosh, you guys, I really can't decide. Which I think is a sign that it's time for me to go to bed too, because I'm like literally, as much as I love you guys, all of a sudden I'm like, tired. A little tired. So I'm going to leave it there so that I can say goodnight to y'all and I can play around with this later. I am super excited that I had gone through and I have all these though, so very excited about that. I had so much fun with you guys tonight. It was so much fun. I definitely will be posting when I'm going to do stuff for the Joy of Journaling to launch, to kind of kick that off so that we can get started on that. And you'll get notification if you ordered the Winter Memories. If you're in the Winter Memories workshop, you'll get notification when that ships this week. And then definitely plan for a Zoom this weekend. For sure, for those of you in the PCC membership, because I definitely want to hang out and do some crafting. Yes, it's going to be a lot of fun. I hope you guys have a great rest of your night. I hope everybody that's going to get snow stays safe. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys. Thanks so much. Bye.